The day on Live with Kelly and Mark began with all the familiar signs of routine. The warm glow of studio lights, the hum of cameras, and the playful banter that has greeted millions of viewers for years. Kelly Ripa moved through her role with ease, offering the energy and charm audiences had come to rely on, while Mark Consuelos sat beside her, calm and attentive, creating the sense of normalcy that viewers expect from a morning ritual. Yet beneath the surface, there was a quiet shift, a subtle change in tone that could only be felt rather than fully explained. Kelly noticed it first. A soft pause in Mark's expression, a slightly longer gaze, the way his hands rested gently on the desk. These were the small cues that those who know each other deeply recognize, and although nothing was spoken immediately, the air carried an unspoken weight. It was a reminder that life is rarely as seamless as it appears, and that sometimes, even the most familiar settings can host moments of profound humanity. Subtle shifts behind the smile. For decades, Kelly and Mark have created a sense of warmth and intimacy on screen, a combination of humor, friendship, and playful chemistry that makes audiences feel like participants in their day rather than observers. But on this morning, the familiar rhythm held an undertone of introspection. Kelly's laughter was still present but softened, and Mark's usually easygoing composure was tinged with quiet reflection. These were not dramatic gestures, but small, meaningful signals that suggested something personal was unfolding. The subtlety of their emotional expressions reminded viewers that honesty often reveals itself not through grand declarations, but in the quiet, almost imperceptible moments between words and gestures. Even as the show continued its familiar segments, the atmosphere had shifted, carrying a depth that invited reflection on the fragility and value of everyday life. The weight of a single moment. Moments of change often arrive without warning, and in this case, the tension that had been building beneath the surface finally found its expression. As Mark spoke, the usual cadence of the show was replaced by a deliberate stillness. His words were careful and measured, not meant to alarm, but to convey sincerity. Kelly responded instinctively, reaching for his hand, grounding herself in the touch of someone who had been her partner through decades of highs and lows. The audience could feel the weight of the moment, even if the specifics were not immediately shared. It was not a performance, but a human interaction unfolding in real time. The pause, the hand-holding, and the unspoken understanding between them conveyed more than words ever could, creating a profound connection between the couple and their viewers. The power of emotional honesty. When Kelly finally spoke, her voice carried vulnerability that transcended her role as a host. There was no attempt to maintain the scripted persona. Instead, she allowed the rawness of her feelings to surface, acknowledging the uncertainty, the fear, and the deep love that underscored every gesture. This moment highlighted the strength inherent in openness. Kelly did not need to provide explanations or assurances to be understood. Her honesty alone was enough. Millions of viewers recognized themselves in that vulnerability. The tension between control and uncertainty, the desire to protect those we love while feeling momentarily powerless. Her willingness to show emotion on live television created a shared space of empathy and reflection, demonstrating that courage is often expressed not through bravado, but through allowing oneself to be fully human. Connection beyond the screen. As the moment unfolded, the audience, both in the studio and at home, responded not with shock, but with compassion. Social media filled with messages of support, shared experiences, and reflections on vulnerability. People were moved not by the news itself, but by the authenticity of the reaction, recognizing that these were two people navigating life's challenges together. Kelly's honesty allowed viewers to confront their own feelings about uncertainty and love, while Mark's calm presence reassured them that challenges can be met with steadiness and care. In this way, the private moment between husband and wife became a public lesson in empathy, reminding everyone that shared humanity connects us far beyond celebrity or circumstance. When presence speaks louder than words. One of the most striking aspects of the moment was the quiet, unspoken acts of support between Kelly and Mark. A simple squeeze of the hand, a glance, a gentle nod. These gestures carried as much weight as the spoken words, illustrating that love is often expressed in the presence and attention we offer one another. Audiences recognized these small signs because they mirrored experiences from their own lives. Leaning on someone in moments of uncertainty, finding comfort in closeness, and drawing strength from being fully seen. It was a reminder that real relationships, whether in the public eye or private life, thrive on consistency, understanding, and the willingness to be emotionally available when it matters most. From concern to collective care. In the days following the broadcast, viewers responded with an outpouring of empathy and reflection. While initial curiosity arose naturally, it was quickly replaced by collective support, with people sharing personal stories of uncertainty, resilience, and the importance of connection. The moment became less about speculation and more about what it teaches: the way human beings respond to vulnerability when it is met with honesty. In witnessing Kelly and Mark's interaction, audiences were reminded that care is often more powerful than judgment, and that love and empathy can ripple outward, creating a shared sense of understanding and solidarity across vast and diverse communities. Quiet resilience and shared strength. Throughout the unfolding moment, Mark's demeanor offered a model of calm, grounded support. He did not overshadow the emotion, but instead provided reassurance through presence, demonstrating that resilience can take many forms. Strength does not always appear in dramatic gestures. Sometimes it manifests in listening, in holding a hand, or in remaining steady while others process their emotions. Together, Kelly and Mark showcased a partnership built on mutual understanding, patience, and an unwavering commitment to one another. Their dynamic reminded viewers that enduring love and resilience are cultivated over time, through small, intentional actions that reinforce trust and stability, even in moments of uncertainty. Love in the everyday. The public and deeply human moment illuminated what sustains a long-term partnership: small acts of care, attentiveness, and presence. Kelly and Mark's interaction underscored that love is not about perfection or constant excitement, but about consistently choosing to be there for one another, particularly during moments of vulnerability. A shared glance, a reassuring touch, or simply holding space for another's feelings can carry extraordinary meaning. For viewers, this reinforced the idea that intimacy is cultivated in the ordinary moments, and that the foundation of lasting relationships is built not on grand gestures, but on everyday demonstrations of empathy, understanding, and attention. Setting boundaries with grace. Even as attention and speculation circulated online, Kelly addressed the importance of privacy and perspective with clarity and gratitude. She acknowledged the concern of fans while reinforcing that certain experiences remain personal. By doing so, she modeled a balance between openness and protection, showing that one can share vulnerability while maintaining personal boundaries. The message was simple but powerful. Connection does not require oversharing, and caring for oneself and loved ones is an essential part of navigating life's challenges. Her words offered reassurance and redirected focus from fear to reflection, from speculation to awareness, emphasizing how to approach uncertainty with grace and intentionality. Transforming uncertainty into reflection. Over time, the intensity of the moment softened, but its impact remained. Kelly and Mark returned to their routines with renewed appreciation for each other and the everyday rhythms of life. Simple moments gained new significance. A quiet morning coffee, a shared laugh, a hand held during a walk. These ordinary experiences took on extraordinary weight, reminding them, and the audience, that life is built on presence, attentiveness, and gratitude. The story was never about specifics or sensational headlines. It was about perspective and the quiet power of facing life together. In sharing their vulnerability, they highlighted the enduring value of care, love, and intentional living, offering a lasting lesson on what truly matters. Legacy of shared humanity. Ultimately, the morning that began like any other became a moment that resonated far beyond the studio. It was a reminder that even in public spaces, human truth has the power to connect, inspire, and teach. Kelly and Mark's openness revealed that strength exists in vulnerability, that love thrives through presence and empathy, and that even small gestures carry immense meaning. For audiences, it was a lesson in reflection, reminding us all that life's uncertainties are best navigated together with honesty, patience, and shared commitment. Their story endures not because of drama or spectacle, but because it mirrors the quiet, profound experiences of everyday human life.